My name is Steve Cross. I was born in 1955 in Portsmouth, Virginia. Currently living in Garland, Texas.
What was it like living in Portsmouth, Virginia?
Well, I don't remember the first years too well because we left there before I started school. I do remember leaving Virginia and taking a train, a passenger train, which you don't see much anymore, and going to Cheyenne, Wyoming. My dad had gotten a new job there, so we were following along. But I do remember that train. That train was huge, and probably one of the first things that sticks in my mind.
When and why did you come here to Texas?
Well, came here to Texas just because that's where Dad went to work, or the company that he went to work for was going to be at. So um, it was kind of a long, long way around to get here because when we left Virginia, going to Cheyenne, Wyoming, the company he was with was building ICBM missile silos in in all that flatland out there. So we went from Cheyenne, Wyoming was like the first year of school, and then the second year of school I was in Dallas, and then in the second grade we moved to Cocoa Beach, Florida, where they were building launching pads for the Gemini space missions. And that was, I do remember quite a bit about Florida. That was because at that time, it was a pretty exciting place to be, because it was during the space race, and I went to school with a lot of kids that their dads were aerospace engineers or some kind of engineer, and it was kind of a boom town. Our school there was mostly barracks because they didn't have time to build the schools for the influx of people. And being there, I remember Dad waking us up in the middle of the night. We go outside and watch some missile taking off, going across the sky, or I do remember having John Glenn come to our grade school and talk to us. I remember tracking hurricanes in school, and that was a pretty interesting time. But I was only there for about a year and a half. And after that, went to back to Dallas and got here in time for third grade, and I think it was third grade, and that was when the Kennedy assassination happened here in Dallas. So it was, I was following history, I guess, is what I would call it. But anyway, being here in Dallas is okay. It was there was a lot of, I guess we felt a little out of place for a while, doing all that moving by the time I was in third grade. So, but been here mostly in Dallas ever since. Even now living in Garland, it's just a few miles from where I grew up.
Where did you first work at?
I think my first job was with a mechanical contractor that my dad worked for. It was Sam P. Wallace Company, and I worked in the scrap yard or pipe yard for a summer, and we cleaned it up and got rid of old scrap pipe and kept sorted fittings and repaired trucks and just kind of straightened things up for one summer. I remember it would only paid about $2 an hour, but, and it was hot. My gosh, it was hot that summer. I know we had a thermometer on the fence, and it registered over 110 at times. But anyway, that was my first job.
And where do you currently work at?
Right now I work for Brandt Engineering, so I guess it's been 8.5 years now.
And what's it like working there currently?
Well, they're a big company, and things are a little corporate around there right now, but I think we're the largest in Texas at the moment. We have offices in San Antonio and Houston, branch offices in Austin and Waco, and we've done some work in New Mexico, Oklahoma. I think we're getting ready to do some work in Louisiana. Well, here we are at Brandt. This is where I work. This is the pipe fab shop, and what you're looking at now is the tool cage and the loading dock where things are brought in and sorted and categorized, inventoried, checked in, checked out to various jobs so that we can keep track of where everything's at all times. This is the loading dock where we bring in heavy equipment and pipe. Everything can come in here and be picked off with the overhead cranes if need be. We do a lot of heavy steel pipe, some copper, some PVC, all types, polypropylene, polyethylene, whatever's required. Over here, this is a vending machine for consumables so that we can keep track of the consumables that are used in putting pipe together. I just wanted to show you a pallet of variable volume boxes that we have stored here that have come in for prefabrication, but these are going to the new Parkland Hospital, and we're pretty proud of our involvement in that. Okay, today we've come out to Forest Park Medical Center in South Lake. It's a new building just about to open. This is the mechanical room where we have our chillers and pumps, and this is where the air conditioning takes place. As you can see here, these are centrifugal chillers that use refrigerant, and it takes the heat out of the chilled water, which circulates through the building, and it transfers it to the condenser water, which goes outside to the cooling tower, and then it's evaporated off. So that's the way we transfer heat on a big commercial building. This is the control panel on one of the chillers that will tell you just about everything you can possibly measure on it. You can hear the one behind you doesn't sound too good at the moment, but some of these chillers, they're actually run on magnetic bearings now, so there's very little metal-to-metal contact. These are the chill water pumps that circulate the water through the chiller out into the building through the various air handlers, and where the water takes on the heat, brings it back to the chiller to be taken outside. Okay, being as this is a hospital, they have medical air and medical vacuum, oxygen, nitrous, WAG gas, all that stuff piped in each room. So this is the room where the medical air compressor resides, and this is the medical vacuum pump. So just so you can see behind the scenes of what ends up coming to the room. Okay, we're at TCU. This is the Worth Hills edition. Doing a central plant here with looks like 3 1,500-ton cooling towers and new chillers, pumps to go with it. Nice looking job. Sitting here on the creek, stainless towers, 30-inch pipe. Gets me excited. Okay, this is a New York 1,500-ton, 4,160 volt chiller. It's a pretty good size one of the bigger ones we've installed.
And what are your hobbies?
Oh, don't have much time for hobbies lately. I think the latest thing that I've got a new Jeep that I'm really proud of, and it's for someone 57 years old. I guess it's kind of a midlife crisis or past midlife crisis to have, but really enjoyed it.
And why do you like doing your hobby?
Well, I like the reason I wanted to get the Jeep is because I could see it in aside from a motorcycle, which is kind of a personal thing. You can kind of include your whole family in it, and it's something that gets you outside, gets you in the scenery, and puts you into nature and places that you'd never normally find.
And when was it that you got the Jeep?
Oh, that was probably well, it was November of 2011, so it's not quite 2 years old now.